You think you can whoop Blueface?
Anybody can beat. The most jacking nigga can get his ass whooped. And then get what? The most fight nigga can also meet this 40. He'll really lose then. He'll lose more than a fight. He'll lose his life. He'll lose sense of living. He'll lose.
Reason I felt type way when he went online and started, defending whoever I was dealing with at the time.
Right.
You know, it's like, why would you do that? Oh, you just trying to jump on a trend, get a little buzz going. You don't gotta do that, gang.
Right.
But that's how NLE is. NLE is kind of like a clown to this.
Choppa just took this beef with Blue to a whole different zone, and people been talking reckless ever since. What started as regular boxing talk suddenly shifted into something way darker, and that alone had the internet buzzing nonstop. But that wasn't even the messiest part yet. This situation ended up exposing things nobody saw coming. A lot of people started feeling like NLE Choppa hasn't really been standing on the same tough image he's been pushing online for years. After all the loud posts, bold energy, and nonstop call-outs, fans noticed something real quick. He went silent the second Blueface actually accepted the fight. Once Blue said he was down for the fade, the noise slowed up fast. Then boom, fast forward. Blueface gets out, pulls up on Shannon Sharpe's show, and suddenly everything spills out. He starts breaking down what really went down behind the scenes, and just like that, the whole story flips in a way nobody expected him. That's when this beef officially crossed into unpredictable territory. What looked like simple trash talk turned into a full-blown fallout with layers stacked on layers. From once being cool to straight tension overnight, this situation twisted up fast. No cap, social media split clean down the middle. Some folks saying NLE dodging smoke, others saying he moving smart and protecting himself. But once those interviews dropped, everything changed, and the whole dynamic between Blueface and NLE Choppa shifted forever. These two really went from real homies to wanting to catch each other, and the switch-up was wild. It all kicked off after serious allegations hit the internet and sent social media into a full meltdown. And nah, this wasn't just random rap beef for clout. This situation had layers, real layers. This was about respect, street rules, public posturing, and friendships getting put under a microscope. What made it even crazier was how NLE stepped in like he was playing the moral referee. That move backfired quick and had people questioning his own character instead. Folks started asking if he was really standing on morals or just chasing attention when the spotlight was hottest. Now let's rewind, because this part really matters. Before all the tension, Blueface actually helped NLE Choppa level up in a major way. The Tiana remix wasn't just another feature. That moment opened real doors for NLE. That track gave him his first big mainstream look, his first connection with Cole Bennett, and serious exposure. Back then, their bond was solid, no funny business. NLE would even FaceTime Blueface around girls, flexing the connection like, I know Blueface, and Blue was cool with it. That's what makes this fallout hit even harder. He was really telling people, that's the homie, he with me, showing real friendship energy. Blueface was genuinely showing love, helping the young homie get visibility and making sure NLE got his shine. That wasn't fake support either. That was real connection, real access, real looks. But then everything flipped. In 2024, Blueface started going viral for all the wrong reasons after videos surfaced online showing alleged physical altercations involving women. The internet lost its mind instantly. Timelines flooded, opinions flying everywhere, no pauses at all. Now let's be clear, in hip-hop culture, situations involving alleged domestic violence are taken seriously and cross a major line. Nobody takes that lightly. But what really ignited this beef wasn't just the controversy itself, it was NLE Choppa's response. Choppa jumped straight to social media, playing the moral authority and publicly calling Blueface out instead of handling it privately like a homie would. He was posting messages like, you putting your hands on women, that's not right, I don't respect that. And yeah, nobody saying abuse is okay. It's not. But the way NLE moved had people questioning if it was genuine concern or a public call out for attention, especially since they were supposed to be close. Then NLE cranked it up another level. He tweeted Blueface, let's box who can set up a celebrity boxing match in Vegas. Me and him hit me ASAP, the undefeated versus women. I don't respect that. The internet exploded instantly. That's when it became clear NLE was trying to position himself as this righteous figure standing up for women. But the delivery and timing made everything way more complicated than it looked on the surface. The big questions started floating everywhere. Was this really about morals, or was it about chasing a viral moment? Because what happened next exposed everything real fast. Blueface, being Blueface, didn't fold at all. He fired back immediately, basically saying, finally we got one, and made it clear he was ready to lock it in. And let's not forget, Blue wasn't new to the ring at all. Back in 2021, he signed with Bare Knuckle Fighting Championship and already caught a win against Cain Trujillo. He was also lined up to fight FaZe Temperrr and Nick Young, but those matchups fell through for different reasons. Either way, Blue had experience and knew exactly how the boxing world works. A flyer for the fight popped up quick, and that's when things started looking shaky. The same dude calling Blue out suddenly switched tones. NLE started saying, hold up, we ain't negotiating nothing. Why are you posting my face on a flyer with a whole website, and we ain't even discussed terms? Fans noticed the energy change immediately. Then it went deeper. NLE claimed Blue was trying to rush him into the ring knowing he didn't have boxing experience. He said, you've been boxing 3 to 4 years. You already got experience. You're trying to rush me in the ring so you can have the upper hand. I'm not scared, but I ain't dumb either. And just like that, the narrative shifted again, and people started asking even more questions. Now here's where the narrative flip started falling apart, and people couldn't unsee it. NLE was the one who threw the first challenge. You can't call somebody out to box, hype it up in public, then suddenly start stressing about experience and paperwork once they say yes. That contradiction right there had the internet talking non-stop. The whole thing started giving off shaky energy, no lie! And Blueface wasn't letting that slide at all. In one of his responses, Blue called it out straight, no filter. He basically said, you talking about negotiations? It's time to squabble up. What you want, a Honda Civic? We got whatever needs to be negotiated. And everybody knew exactly what he was hinting at. What Blue was really saying was simple. You about to price yourself out on purpose, start tossing in random conditions, extra demands, and unnecessary details just so you don't have to square up. At that point, just say you don't want the fight. The flyer drops, and almost instantly NLE switches lanes, talking about contract terms and conditions like this is a peace treaty instead of a boxing match. From the outside looking in, it looked like a clean step back. Then NLE tried to clear it up with a video saying, I'm not backing out. I'm just saying, give me months to train. Let me do this the right way. Don't rush me into a fight for clout. But let's be real. That's exactly how backing out sounds to most people watching this play out in real time. So now the smoke finally showed up, and suddenly he needed months to train? Come on! That part didn't sit right with a lot of people at all. But for Blueface, this wasn't just about a fight falling apart. This one felt personal, deep personal. Blue opened up about it during his interview with Shannon Sharp, and you could tell this part really hit him. He said, I helped this man. I got him all his little stuff going. He used to video chat me with girls like, look, I know Blueface. And I used to be like, yeah, that's the bro. He with me. You can't do that. Then 2 years later, when you feel like you somebody, start saying stuff like, oh, you hitting girls, just going with the trend. That wasn't anger. That was hurt. That sounded like real betrayal. Blue felt like NLE leaned on him on the way up, soaked up the looks and attention, then flipped on him once the internet shifted and it became convenient. In street logic, that cuts way deeper than beef with someone you never messed with. Blue also made it clear he sees NLE as someone who rides whatever wave is hot at the moment. And when you put all of that together, it explains why this situation stayed stuck in Blue's chest. Instead of brushing it off like another rap argument, Blue went all the way in. He straight up said, NLE moves like a clown in this game. Whatever the trend is, he jumps on it. Blue was basically saying, NLE just follows whatever wave is buzzing at the moment. And if you've been watching NLE's career closely, a lot of people felt that point hit home. Choppa really has been switching his whole image every few months. Blue even joked that he's Muslim, vegan, and a gangster all at the same time. The internet clowned that heavy. Trying to juggle all those identities at once just comes off confused, not authentic. And that's the real issue people started locking in on. NLE keeps jumping from one persona to another, and none of them fully stick. One day, he's on a spiritual healing path, talking peace and growth. Next day, he's posting aggressive energy online. Fans started asking the same question over and over. Which version is real? And just when people thought it couldn't get messier, this beef took an even darker turn that had everybody talking. NLE Choppa did an interview on Zeus Network, and when he was asked about the Blueface situation, his response shocked people. When asked if he'd beat up Blue, NLE said, yeah, then followed it up with comments that sounded way more extreme than boxing talk. That moment changed the entire tone of the situation. He went from calling Blue out over moral issues and talking about a fair fight to using language that crossed into dangerous territory. That's when people realized this wasn't about principles anymore. The energy shifted completely and the internet felt it instantly. The wild part is, N still tried to move like he was on some righteous path. But how you preaching morals while hinting at extreme violence over a beef you inserted yourself into? That math don't add up at all. This is where people felt the whole act fell apart. NLE wanted to look like the good guy standing up against alleged wrongdoing, but then his energy flipped hard. You can't take the moral high ground 1 minute, then turn around and talk reckless the next. That contradiction is what really exposed everything. You can't pick and choose when you want to be on your high horse. The streets peeped it, and so did the internet. A lot of people started realizing NLE was using the situation to make himself look bigger than Blueface and score quick internet points. But when it was time to back up all that talk in a controlled boxing setting, the momentum disappeared fast. And once people started calling him out on all that, the energy didn't calm down at all. It escalated fast. That's not confidence, that's pressure leaking through. A lot of people saw it as overcompensating after the original plan didn't go the way he expected, especially before Blueface went to jail. Instead of standing firm, the tension spilled over into the music. NLE started throwing shots in his lyrics, and Blue fired back right on one of NLE's own tracks, saying things like, "You poison the youth." That took the beef from social media talk straight into artistic warfare. Blue was basically saying there was nothing positive about that energy at all. He felt like NLE was trying to paint him as a bad influence, like he was promoting the wrong things. But that's where the irony had people shaking their heads. At the same time, NLE was talking reckless online and avoiding fades he personally called for. How is that not confusing? Especially for younger fans watching all this unfold. At least Blueface never tried to sell himself as a role model or some spiritual guide. He's always been upfront about who he is, flaws and all. He doesn't preach morals one day, then flip the script the next. And that's why a lot of people felt Blue was being more honest in this entire situation. Blue kept addressing it in his music and interviews, repeatedly calling out NLE for being fake and switching sides. From Blue's perspective, that hurt felt justified. Helping someone come up just to get turned on later hits different. Fast forward to 2025. Blueface gets out and sits down with Shannon Sharpe on Club Shay Shay, and he didn't hold back at all. Blue went straight at NLE's character, his authenticity, the constant image changes, and especially backing out of the fight. Blue said, "I helped this man." That Tiana remix was legendary. That's his biggest record. First time on Cole Bennett. First real look. He continued saying, "He used to FaceTime me with girls and I showed him love. Then he get a little notoriety and start going against me. Come on, fool." That was pure frustration talking. Shannon Sharpe even brought up something T-Pain once said. When people call you their brother, sometimes that word doesn't mean what you think it does. And in this case, that line hit way too close to home. That's when Blue really broke it down. As long as you useful and hot at the moment, everybody calling you their brother. Soon as that shine fades, that word disappears real fast. Blue agreed instantly and said that's exactly how it played out with NLE. The moment that really had people shook was when Blue said, "If you video calling me using my name to get girls, then 2 years later, you got a cool song and think you can go against me? Nah, you don't get to do that." That hit hard. Blue made it clear you can mind your business. But once you step out your lane and start commenting on personal situations online, especially about someone who helped you, all bets are off. That's when folks really understood this beef was never just about allegations or boxing. It was about authenticity, loyalty, and keeping the same energy no matter where you land in life. NLE wanted to play the role of the righteous guy standing up for women. But when it came time to handle things in a controlled, legal boxing setting, the excuses started stacking up. Then once people started calling that out, the energy shifted to reckless talk instead of accountability. That's not strength. That's panic mixed with image control. And that's why so many people feel like this situation exposed way more than just a failed fight. It exposed who was really solid and who was just playing a role for the internet. The streets can see through that type of energy, and so can the fans. Blueface, for all his flaws, at least keeps it real about who he is. He accepted the boxing challenge, called out the backing out, and never switched up his story. Meanwhile, NLE been switching phases more than a Pokemon. 1 minute he vegan, next minute Muslim, then gangster, then spiritual. So the real question is, which version is actually NLE Choppa? And the even bigger question is, will he ever actually step in the ring with Blueface, or is he just gonna keep hiding behind excuses and tough talk online? Because right now, all that hard energy on social media is starting to look more like a show than real action. When it was time to prove something, the truth didn't match the image. Meanwhile, Blue came out of jail and addressed the situation immediately, making it clear he's not letting this slide. This beef is far from over. With NLE talking about taking things to extreme levels while avoiding a controlled fight, nobody really knows where this ends. But now, it's on you. If you're rocking with real breakdowns and no sugarcoating, hit that like button, comment your thoughts, share this with your people, and subscribe to the channel right now. Turn on notifications so you don't miss what's coming next, because we drop heat every single day. Tomorrow's upload, even crazier, even deeper, absolutely unmissable. Let us know in the comments. Do you think NLE really about that life, or just playing a role for the internet? We want to hear it. We'll catch you on the next one, right here, where the truth really lives.